Hi, this is Tom Edmond. There have been a number of questions on how you create this new dichotomized variable called diempath. And I thought that this time I'd show you rather than try to put it in words in the discussion section. So what you should be seeing right now is an SPSS screen, and you'll see that I've already preloaded into it the helping3.save dataset. So how do we make this transformation? How do we create this new dichotomized variable? We're going to do that with the transform command, and we are going to recode one variable into a different variable. Okay, so we hit that, and we get this new screen, one of two screens that are going to be important to us. So we're going to do a transformation, and what is our input variable going to be? It is going to be empathy, where is it? There it is. Okay, and that's our input variable. What's our output variable? Well, that's what we're trying to create, and we'll use diempath as the name. I'm not going to give it a fancy label. We'll just call it the same thing, and now we'll change the question mark to that new variable. Now this is the next step, is really in some ways the most important step where all the work is done, and that's where we're going to define what the old and new values are. So I pick that button, and what we're trying to do is basically cut the range into two parts. Anything that is up to 512, okay, we're going to give a value of 0 to, okay? So I'm going to add that to my rules. And anything else, we're going to give a value of 1 to, and I'll add that to my rules. So we now have a rule that's going to actually, two rules, that is going to cut this set, or divide, partition is probably the better word, this continuous variable into two parts, into two values, a 0 and a 1. Okay? And so we've done that. Everything looks good. We'll say OK, and we'll let SPS go off and do its work. Let me move the output window in place for you. You can see the log file. Now let's make a quick check and make sure this worked correctly. And the way we'll do that is let's just compare the value variable we just created, just right down here on the bottom of the list, with another dichotomous variable in the data set. And let's use gender. All we're trying to do here is see if we have the same number of cases, the same number of points for each. And this is just a quick and easy way to do that. So I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to ask for some output. Here is the log file. Here are some descriptive statistics. And here is the comparison. We have 537 diempath, 537 gender, and the valid set is 537. So we should feel pretty good about that. Now there is one last thing we have to do, and that's we have to go back to the data set and notice that there are no values for this new variable. Here's the new variable. So we have to create these variables before we can run logistic regression. So we'll create a set called low. We'll add that. We'll create another set called high and add that. And okay, and now we're all set. We have a new variable. We now know what its values are. They're 0 or 1, and we've used the transform command to achieve that. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, post them to the discussion. I can't promise I'll give you another video, but maybe you don't need one. Thanks a lot.